Hi inner Vikings and otherwise inclined people, welcome to the channel Sign of Horses. My name is Signe, and if it's your first time here, I hope you stick around. I hope you hit that subscribe button or at least like this video. So those of you following the channel, you know I've been having a hard time with these winter months. I'm trying to film luscious beautiful B-roll videos with my new lovely camera with enough daylight coming in, and I thought I'd make it easy on myself and tackle a subject, there's a pun in there, that I really love, and that is horse tack, or in this case bridles. I thought I'd show you all the bridles that I have in my hallway with the light coming in from the window. So let's get started. I have a one horse and I have 6 bridles. Is that normal? Yes, that's pretty normal, especially when you do horse shows and you do Viking and medieval shows. You need extra tack. Of course, I now own 2 horses, so I guess that makes up for the amount of bridles that I have. It's looking like BLIZZ and BRISINGR have the same head size. BRISINGR might have a little bit longer and maybe a wider nose. I'm not sure yet. It's hard to compare the two when you don't have them next to each other. So let's get started with this number 1 here. I'm gonna switch sides so I have a nice whitish background. This is a bridle that I got from Marktplaats, which is the Dutch version of Craigslist or eBay, if you like. It had very plain conchos like this one. I decided I needed a fancy bridle for my Western competition, so I released my inner bling unicorn and got myself some crystals and applied them to the conchos, and I think it looks lovely. Our colour was turquoisey blue, and you can see it, this bridle. Some of the crystals have gotten dull, and you can really tell that I used Swarovski crystals as well as cheaper crystals, and the Swarovski ones are the ones that are still shimmery, and the cheaper ones are, well, they've gotten kind of dull. Probably got scratched with sand. So if you get the chance, then invest in more expensive crystals. This was a lovely bridle. It's pony size and it just fits BLIZZ. I don't use it anymore because we don't do Western competitions anymore. Let's do a second one. I think I'll do this one because this was my dressage bridle. Yeah, we rode dressage for a while, not very long, dressage competitions, and I needed to have a bridle, and I still love the color of this bridle. It's like a taupe-ish color, and it's really unique. It used to have a noseband because that was the thing that you needed if you wanted to do dressage competition. You needed a noseband. It didn't have the mascara on. I added that later, and it's a really nice bridle. It just fits him really well, and I love the color on him. We love it in summer because it helps to keep the flies off, and I've added these. This is the, I have to talk slow talking. So where I took off the noseband that was attached to this part of the bridle, I made from his old manes, I made tassel, and I made little, well, from what I took off the bridle, I made a new claspy thingy. I don't know what you call that, this stuff. Words are difficult today. I'm sorry, words are so difficult today. And I can attach these for shows, or if it's really a fly heavy day, they will help to keep the flies off as well. For those of you interested in the brand, the brand is called Wembley. And again, this color was the thing that still makes me love this bridle, combined with the white of his mane and his lovely mascara, which I got at Equitana one year. I think this makes a lovely, lovely little outfit for my horse. On the topic of mane and tassels, I cut off BLIZZ's mane in 2005. He was in a field with young horses and the young horses nibbled on his mane, and I always thought that crop mane looked really cool on a horse, and with BLIZZ's conformation and the shape of his neck, I thought that cool mane would really look wonderful. But when your horse has lovely, thick, luscious, gorgeous long manes, you don't cut them off for no reason at all. So when the young horses started nibbling on his mane and they got really thin, I just took the chance and cut them off. It was a difficult decision. I say it pretty casually right now, but it was a difficult decision. And from the mane that was left, I made these, I made these tassels. And not just these. So I've been using these for, what are we, 2020? We're 2020, so I've been using these for 15 years. 15 years, I can't believe it. And I also made this really, really big one. And this goes around his neck. Let's switch sides again. This goes around his neck, and then this dangles from below his neck. And it will also keep the flies off, and I think it kind of looks cool. This is, by the way, this is an old stirrup strap. I have a box with old bits of leather that I keep round, and I use them for stuff like this. What else? Which one? Gravity. We had that one, we had that one, we had that one. I'm gonna hang them all. I'm gonna hang these over there. Done with those. This is gonna screw up the continuity of the vlog, so there might be some editing flaws in here. Yeah, we'll stick with the normal tack for now and then go to the medieval tack. So this is a bridle that somebody made for me. She is on Instagram, and I'll link her channel below. I think she's amazing. She makes this lovely embroidery on leather, which I think is unique and pretty awesome. And the fun thing is that she made this bridle with BRISINGR in mind. So she chose the turquoise color for BRISINGR and the lovely little feathers. I love it, I love it. It's really, really beautiful. I think I won this in a giveaway. It's gotten a little bit darker, but I don't mind that. I think it's really, 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 really nice. And it's just simple, straightforward, nothing added to it, so I could add stuff to this if I'd like to. I made these reins. I made reins. I had some leather from an old couch, and I have to warn you that if you do this, there's going to be a little bit of stretch to your reins, which I like because with this bit, or any other bit by the way, you have a little bit of delay. When you pull the bit, it has a bit of stretch, so it has a bit of delay. I used, oh gosh, this is really, really bad. I used, because my life doesn't depend on the reins when I ride BLIZZ, not anymore, it used to, but not anymore. I use buttons to secure it. Like I said, it's bad. These are dangerous reins. If you don't have complete control of your horse, don't use these reins. And they've gotten stiff with all the water that they have caught over the years. I still like them though, and I think they look really Viking and authentic and rough looking. Yeah. This one was made by Flevomarsh. And it didn't have these buckles on them. These buckles were a gift from you, Nenitika, so I replaced the other buckles with these. It's a lovely bridle. I love the braided one ear piece. That looks really good on BLIZZ. And I love the 1 ear or 2 ear bridles much more than the ones with the front bit. I can't remember what it's called. The reins were from no, the reins weren't from eBay. The reins were just rope reins. I love a good rope rein. I prefer these two leather reins actually, and the leather bits were actually from rope reins that I got from the States, from eBay. I hope one day I own my own forest and we can go out for rides without any tack. Done that with BLIZZ, we've been out riding without any tack if the circumstances are okay for that. So that's this bridle. Let's get rid of that one. Put it to the side so we know we've had it. We've done it. Then the only two bridles that are left over are my medieval bridles or Viking bridles. Well, my show bridles, as in Viking shows, that kind of thing, or photo shoots. Oh, I need to clean my stuff. Okay, this contraption. Let's talk about this one. In it, I'm going to switch sides again. In here is a another Western bridle. I just love Western bridles because they don't have any nose bands and they're really adjustable. And this one I actually got from Hooks in Sweden. Really nice one, simple with the dots and the rounded leather. I like the look of that. Oh, I need to get close to the camera. Yeah, with the dots and the rounded leather, really like that. So that is the what's underneath the chiffon, and the chiffon, the front piece, the front awesome Viking looking bit. I need to get in the light. Yeah, this is better. The chiffon, the medieval looking piece for the horses, actually something I made myself from an old bit of leather. I decorated it, sorry leather workers, but I decorated it with permanent marker. I did, yeah. I took the shape of BLIZZ's head, like that, and then cut it out of paper, and then took it to the barn, and then put paper on his face, and then see where it fits, and then experimented and tried until I came up with this design. That's it. Simple as that. Simple as that. It's not incredibly, as in leather crafting, it's not incredibly awesome, but it looks great on shows. It really works on shows and photo shoots. Makes him look badass. Badass pony. This last bridle is one that I really like. I think it's my favorite. It's a simple, just a strap going over his head. The bit goes in here, and then this goes behind his ears, and that's it. There's no front piece, no throat latch, no nothing, which you need to consider if that suits your horse, because I've lost bridles. Well, I haven't lost them, but when BLIZZ shakes, this bridle might get undone. So in some cases I would need to add a throat latch to it, just to make sure that it stays on his face. But this works for us, so you know, it's quite easy to add stuff. You can have this look for any type of bridle, so it doesn't have to be a simple bridle like this. I don't think you can even call it a bridle, by the way. It's just a straight piece of leather. That's it. That's it. That's what it is. I got into my remnant box, and then I got loads of bits and bobs. This, for instance, is a little bit of leather, and this is a bit of braided voile, bit of braided fabric, bit of red silk. Silk is beautiful. Bit of kind of linen type fabric. And it's just scraps and remnants, and kind of color coordinated, so it's a lot of fun to color coordinate. It's a lot of fun to color coordinate these, and you can use anything. The only thing that I did was use shorter bits here and then longer bits as we go down, longer pieces as we go down. And I did that on both sides, and I just knotted them on like that, and it just has this lovely rough kind of look. For me, I just like the look of this. Okay, I just really like the look. These are the reins that go with that bridle. and bit attaches here and then it attaches to the bridle like that, and I think it just carries through the theme and gives you something interesting. Well, those were all my bridles. So I'm curious, which of these bridles is your favourite? The blue one with the feathers, or the former dressage one with the mosquero? Let me know in the comments which one is your favourite. Maybe you really like the tasseled neck hang thingy. They don't have names because they're not standard stuff. This might be the most standard I have. The bling western bridle. Let me know if you're into this one. Or maybe like me, you really love this raggedy looking, I call it Viking bridle, but it's not officially Viking. That one's my favourite, with the scraps. I think this one is going to get a lot of votes with the shuffle because it looks badass and awesome. Might try this on BRISINGR soon. See what he thinks of it, because it works as a halter as well. Or maybe just into a simple dark brown leather with the magic braided earpiece. Maybe you're into that kind of thing. These are all my bridles. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. If you did, give it a big old thumbs up. Don't forget to let me know in the comment section which one is your favourite. Get in touch with me, I love to hear from you. Don't forget to release your inner Viking, and we will see you next time. Bye. Done with that intro. Oh, I might need a new intro. Components? Components? That's not right.